Welcome to minute 34 of the One More Minute series. This is my second time recording the start of this because I had mail get delivered before I recorded this, which is a bummer. I feel like I was on a roll and I was doing so well, but that's okay. This video, I watched the 8-minute video. That one I feel like I noticed a step towards feeling more natural in talking in front of the camera and coming off less presentational, which was nice. Like I can see it might not be a big difference, honestly. It's just more me seeing myself, or maybe it is a big difference. I don't know. It's none of my business really. So that was one thing. And like a big part of that video was just how heavy I was feeling with the state of the world, which hasn't changed at all. So things are bleak, but I'm of the mind that to give in to the bleakness is to let them win. Is my thinking at the moment, at least to like keep me going and like have hope. I think it's like I don't want to give in to that, because then there's you can't move forward if we're giving in to that kind of stuff. That's my one thought on that. But in the video I'm kind of talking about how to find that balance between staying in tune with what's going on in the world, but also not doom scrolling and kind of getting stuck on feeling the weight of like everything all the time. Because it's not healthy or helpful. It's just hard. It's hard to find that balance, and I don't have the answers. And I think that's something in the video I was like talking about I find when I do videos, I'm very preachy or presentationally and having like a point to get across, and it's something I've like tried to work on. I don't always need that, and I think I've done better at that. I hope, because I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. I just have myself and the world to explore. And I've lost where I was going with that. But yeah, I don't think I've found the answer yet either to like having that balance. It's like keeping up to date with what's going on, but not, it's my main thing right now is just to not give in, not give in to the darkness, and to maintain that hope. And that's kind of my form of rebellion at the moment. That's what I'm able to do. And like just be the best person I can be to the people that I interact with, and have that openness and kindness to show. That's what I'm working on. I mentioned I had talked about doing for the Artist's Way. I think a few weeks prior to that 8-week video, I had done the Note a Week Without Reading, which was basically me not being on social media. I talked about how I don't like getting stuck on social media anymore, and I'm right now in a rut of being stuck on social media. I'm like getting out of it, but it's more, I've been scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I really have. But it's not doom scrolling, it's just been my hyperfixation. I've been scrolling for enjoyment, for very specific enjoyment, but I've been trying to get better at that, and I think I'm getting in a better place as well with that. I also mentioned reopening my Etsy shop, which made me go, what was I doing? And I forgot that I was like panicking about money at that time, and I opened up my Etsy shop to be like, I'm gonna make Notion templates and just templates in general, and I'm gonna craft something and sell it, and just like craft random ass items and just get it on there. And now I'm like, it really brings me back to that time of like I was really panicked because I was in the midst of planning to move and figure out where I'm gonna live and all that stuff, and prepping for how I'm gonna afford to move. And so yeah, I opened up the Etsy shop just to go all in, like I do. And I was aware I was doing it for money, but it was the solution I could come up with at the time, which is interesting to look at now, because even though that part didn't necessarily work, I still was able, at reopening my Etsy shop, allowed me to put more focus on it in a way where I went, oh, I want to focus on fantasy themed items and things to make and be more specific. And that's got me there, which is really cool. And I haven't touched it in a long time since moving, which is okay. But I've got ideas cooking, and we'll get back to it when I'm feeling more steady and want to focus on it. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's starting a project, and even though it might not last or be exactly what you want it to be at the moment, it gets you started and takes you to a different path, which is cool. And it was also the first mention of my Dragon Age deep dive series, which was cool. Yeah, and I've just finished my latest one for May. Nope, April. The one for this month is coming out, actually. I have to next work on the one for May. I'm falling behind a little bit, and that's kind of my big focus for the next month, is to get that one, which is it's a massive one, but I believe in myself, so we'll get there. Yeah, I was interested. I'm finding like the recent videos I've been making each week seems very back and forth, drastically. I don't know if you're watching, if you're noticing it either, but I feel like I'm high, grounded, inspired, and the next day I'm low, uninspired, unmotivated, and I feel stuck. And the next week I'm like, it's all good, guys, we're fine. And the next week I'm like, and I've been experiencing that a lot this week. Like every day has been different. I'm recording this later because I've run out of time this week. I'm just a busy girl. I'm just busy, and I'm trying to find the best routine. So like each day is like, I'm feeling low, and then I have a little revelation, like, oh, you know what, I'm all good actually, and then I feel low again, and then I feel good again, and I'm back to the point where I'm feeling good again, which is nice. It's also because my period is coming, so like I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. It's fine. But I did have a nice revelation last night, just a random thought that hit me, and it was like the thought that I was like, I've been waiting for to come, because I think, as I've said before, I've been feeling very stuck creatively. Like I feel like I'm not having the inner drive to create. It's been the artistic child that I always refer to, I feel like, has been asleep for a really long time, as in like 2 months at least. Yeah, probably 2 months. And I'm, yeah, just like been struggling with that and trying to figure out like how I'm like trying to like, how do I work with myself? Like how do I navigate it to get what I want out of myself? And it's not, I don't know, I can like hear my therapist being like, why do you want to control the outcome? And I'm like, because I know what I want. So I just need to figure out how to get it. But I had a really nice revelation yesterday that entered my mind of, I think I've been feeling a lot of pressure that I've been putting on myself for just like wanting to get into my creative projects and wanting to excel at them and like just dive in and let it, like, I don't know, my brain wanted it to like succeed is kind of how I was painting it. I was like, I just want it to be good. And I feel like right now I'm at like, I think moving made me feel like I've been put back at like 0, kind of. I feel like before I moved, I was like progressing in a way, and then at some point it turned into using my creative projects to cope with all the things going on in my life. And then I moved and everything just feels like I've reset. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I think there was a feeling of frustration because I wanted to be able to just pick up where I left off, and that's not what we're doing, because things aren't linear, they're cyclical. So just working on that. And so last night, and I think what's been holding me back outside of the pressure is coming from like a fear of not having the skills to be where I want to be right now. And I think like the only way I can tie this in is to Stray Kids, unfortunately. And it's not even against them, but just because I've been hyper fixated on them, and like I just really enjoy what they do, and I love the quality of what they put out, and like I can just see the artistic drive within them and what they're doing. is like really inspiring. But I think for me, my brain went, I want to be there. And I'm comparing and being like, they're there and I'm back here. And like just like that has been making me spin and being like, they've got like, they're 10 years ahead of me somehow, even though I'm older. I'm like, and so there's been like a frustration with that. And but then I realized I like finally was able to find, I was like, what is it that like was having me driven before, where I was like really in my element and like having fun? Because I've been like missing, like I know how to have fun with myself, but like I've been missing the fun of like doing things and the little spark to be like, yes, I want to do this now. And so last night I was just having the thought of like, I don't even know how it popped in, but it just came in of like, a year from now, how cool would it be if I worked on something, no matter how small, just little by little? A year from now, I'll have more of that, I'll have developed more of that skill, whatever it is. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's exactly, and that's the mindset I've had prior, was like everything I'm doing, all these creative projects I'm working on, they're not like I don't have this expectation, or I didn't have this expectation of it being this top quality thing that is like made. It's literally just to like, each thing I do is to gain more skills and more experience doing it, to get comfortable in it and like grow and have fun and explore and be curious. And so now that I've realized that and been like, that's what it is, and that's been like the driving force for what I was doing previously, I feel a lot more better. I feel like the pressure is off a bit, where like I'm like, oh, I can just like be open and chill and just like explore. Like I think I've been struggling with the Dragon Age deep dive stuff because I'm like, it's not good, and I'm like, it doesn't have to be good. I just need to focus on like an aspect I want to improve on or try out, and like if I'm happy with that small aspect, and that's good and that's progress. Or like, what else? Like making my music. I've been like thinking about making music for so long, and I do make music. I am making music, but there's like specific musical things in my head that I'm like, I haven't done yet, and I'm like, there's like a fear of not doing well, but I'm like, just focus on like an aspect I want to improve on or like work on, and just use it, and it'll grow and open me up to more paths, and like it will be fine. So that's been good, and I feel like my artistic child has woken up again, which feels really nice. It feels really exciting. I feel like each week I go, I'm getting closer, I feel more motivated to do things, and I'm saying it again, I feel more motivated. And I'm in a place where I've got a long weekend ahead. I've got 4 days, which I really want to use to like catch up on life admin that's been piling up, and just kind of like do an evaluation of where I'm at and the things I want to get done, and like kind of clear all that up during this long weekend, so that I can like really explore the things that my artistic child wants to explore and have fun with, and start focusing on that again, because that brought so much joy when I was in such a good groove. It was really nice and exciting. And it's nice to be like, I haven't even been here for, it's not been 2 months yet, and to be here is really good. I think I've been struggling with that pressure to pick back up right where I left off, and feeling like I'm like wasting time and running out of time, and I'm like, I haven't even been here for 2 months, you know? And like there'll be moments like 6 months from now where I'll be like, it's not even been 6 months and I'm doing this. So I'm trying to like give myself a break and like get off my own ass, you know? Like I just need to chill out. But it's hard like when it's a day to day. When I haven't been creating and knowing that I want to, and that's what I'm not supposed to be doing, but like that's just it's what I'm meant to be doing, and not doing that has been really frustrating, and it's been hard to like figure out what I can do to help myself. But going back to like, I think it's just like the curiosity, being a student, and like really, really breaking it down to like, what small little thing can I do and focus on, and use that, like what little thing can I develop and do I want to grow on, and focus on that. and that'll make it a lot easier. Yeah. Yeah. And today's the last day before the long weekend, so I'm just really excited to kind of get through that. And I've got a trip to Greece happening soon, which I'm so excited for, which makes me remember that I need to pre-record one of these videos, I guess. Which I'll do if I remember, but I should remember. But yeah, it's all coming together, and I'm waiting for the weather to get nicer. I'm hoping to explore more neighboring areas around me this weekend as well if the weather is nice and if I'm feeling good. I'll do that because I want to kind of make a list of like restaurants and places, like activities and things like open mics, and kind of track where all those are so that I can I'll have to actively make the choice to go out and do them, but to have a list and know what's there will be really helpful and nice. So that should be good. But yeah, I'm feeling more inspired, which feels good. Yeah, there's not too much. I don't have much else going on, I'll be honest. I mean, all I do is watch Stray Kids YouTube videos, which just bring me so much joy. And then Twitch streaming has been going well. That's been fun. I'm almost done playing Dragon Age Origins. I think I've got like one more stream to go left of that, and then I have a lot of VODs to edit for my video, for my next deep dive video. So that I will be prioritizing this month, and hopefully we'll get going on that. But I also have to figure out, I think my biggest thing is figuring out the song and what I want to do with the song, what I want to center it around. It's going to take a second to figure out. We'll see. We will figure it out. Yeah, but I'm just kind of enjoying my time and just trying to be gentle with myself, as there's been so much frustration with myself, and it's not even I don't have a mean dialogue in my head that. I've gotten rid of a long time ago. But it's more there's a feeling of a pressure of oh, I want to be doing this and I'm not, and it's really frustrating. It's a discomfort within myself and where I'm at. But yeah, it's just trying to work with myself and figure out what's best. And I know I can get back to that because I really was in a good spot, and I know I'll be able to get back to that. And I think just kind of learning what I can do to get me back to that faster when I do, slip and feel pressure and all that stuff. Who knows? Yeah, I've also I started streaming a new game called Sucker for Love, which is how would you describe it? It's it's not a dating sim, but it's romance horror. It's eldritch horror. So you meet these scary gods that you can romance, but then scary things are happening. And I think it's a quick playthrough, but I've finished the first 2 chapters, and the final chapter you have to find these hidden secrets in the first 2 chapters before you can unlock the 3rd chapter, and I don't like that stuff because you have to replay the other bits, and some of it is scary for me. So, but I'll be streaming more of that soon. But it's fun. I've been enjoying streaming a lot. It's nice to just hang out and build that community. I'm really grateful for the people that join. It's a really fun time. Yeah, I haven't been reading too much. I've just been catching up for my podcast with my friend. We have a book corner, which is a book club on our Patreon, and we have started reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is the 3rd ACOTAR book, and I just started reading the next section that we've got to read, and that's been nice. I do enjoy, rereading these books have been really nice, because I think the first time I read it, I was so obsessed, and I would read each one within 2 or 3 days, and I really just consumed it all. And now I'm taking my time and rereading it and still enjoying it, and that's been really nice. It's just fun to enter that world with those characters, because like now it's become like as much like they're my comfort characters, even though so much horrible stuff happens. It's so much horrible stuff happens, but but they are there. They provide a lot of comfort to me. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I've also been watching Married at First Sight Australia, which I don't know if I mentioned last week. That's the only reality TV show I'm interested in, and that I've like given a shot, because I'm just not too much into reality TV. It's just like it's too much. It's like it just makes me roll my eyes sometimes. But Married at First Sight really gets me locked in. I think because I'm so interested in like watching how people interact with each other, and like watching, like it's a wild situation to like just marry someone and hope that it goes well, you know. Like that was my first thought when I was like first watching the show. I was like, why would you do this? But now I'm like, oh, it's so interesting. It's fascinating to watch like how people communicate, and like just how you deal with the conflict of things and all this stuff is like that's where I zone in on, and I love it, and just like taking that apart. And like this season is just wild. Some people are a piece of work. Like I've been like biting my lip out of like stress, and jaw has been dropped to the floor. I've been pausing the show to like yell and talk it out and process what I've just witnessed. It's wild. People are wild. But yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. I love observing and taking things in, and this show really allows me to do that with no consequence to me. I can just watch it and then apply what I've learned to my own life. Yeah, it's all good. And I've got my garden shed that I need to build to put outside my place, which I'm excited about. So it's gonna open up more of my space, because I've got a lot of empty containers from when I moved, and suitcases that I need to put away. So once I've built that, it's gonna be so nice. I'll have like a space for music, and hopefully I'll be able to get like a table to sit at. Oh, that'll be so cute. Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that. I just need the energy to build the shed. It's big. It's like, it's been cold outside, and so I want to do it on like a nice sunny day. So hopefully I'll definitely do it this weekend. I sure hope, otherwise when will I do it? But I'm looking forward to that. But right now I've got a massive box just like right in front of me. That's like slightly on an angle because it's hanging off of my rug. But I'm looking forward to that, and like getting that out of my space. I think that'll make my space feel a lot better, because right now I'm feeling a little cramped with this big box in the way. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've explored. I did like a longer walk this past weekend after my pole class. My pole class I did, so I've tried a different class the past 2 weeks that's more of a flow, and you're given choreography that you learn. And I ended up joining when you're learning like the last part. But luckily we reviewed that last part. No, we learned more too. Yeah, so I learned the last two sections of it. And so this last week I got to like review what we learned the previous week, which was really nice, because I was feeling more confident about most of that. And then learning the ending bit as well, which was cool. And then they like ran through the whole song, and I didn't know the first half of the song. But it was fun to just like dive in, allow myself to be like, this isn't like, I think before I went to the class I was feeling hesitant about going, because I knew that they were going to run through the whole song that I didn't know, and I was like, I'm not gonna do well. And I'm really glad that I didn't let that stop me from going, just because I'm like, so what, I'm not gonna do well. I actually had the greatest time being able to like practice moving and connecting emotion to my body, which I haven't done in such a long time, and that was a very special experience. And like it doesn't matter if it looks good or not. Like it was fun, and like it was fun to be able to throw myself in and be like, I don't know what this beginning stuff is, I'm just gonna do my best and try to copy and follow along. And like I did pretty well. Like, yeah, it was like it I didn't know what I was doing, but it was fun to just like flow and then like get to the part where I knew and be like, yes, I can do this part, and really like give in to that was really nice. So I'm proud of myself for doing that, and like it just really makes me want to do more movement based things. I think I want to look into what else is nearby me in my area. Um, yeah, just because I think that feeling of being able to move and put emotion into the movement is like not something I've been able to feel probably since like uni or doing shows years ago. So it'd be nice to just get that in me, and like it's building another foundational skill that I'd really like to have of movement and dance and all that. So yeah, I think that's something I want to look into. It'd be fun. I've been leaning towards, because I think like I've been interested in doing, I think doing K-pop would be a lot of fun. It's like part of it scares me because it's like intimidating, but it'd be fun to just do and have like a good time. I think I would really enjoy it. Or I was thinking burlesque could be a fun one, just because I'm already doing pole. So like burlesque I feel like is a nice complementary piece to that, and like more I think that would be more like persona focus for me, of like, which K-pop would be too, but I think like exploring burlesque in a way of the idea of having artistic personas and who that person can be and who that is within me would be cool to explore too. Yeah, it's fun. I feel like I'm doing like the reverse dance process. I feel like normally you do like dance and you do like regular dance classes, you go into burlesque and you go into pole. And I've done pole and I'm going into burlesque and dance. But I think I'm moving more from like, it's like, what is it? Because it's all athletic. But I think it's like I'm moving more from like strength, like a rigid strength. I think pole is more like, obviously there's a beautiful flow to it, but there's like a strength, like at least like the basics are strength and like learning tricks, and it's like there's a structure to it, and like learning how to then envelop into like the more fluid bits of dance. What, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy and like release that pressure that I've been putting on myself and be chill. Yeah, I just find it interesting since like it's like if I'm aware of the pressure, why is the pressure still there? Which I don't necessarily feel anymore, but I feel like I can recall it back to myself really easily. So I'm like, what is that? And why can I do that? And where is that coming from if I'm consciously like, hey, we don't need to do this, and I don't want to do this, you know? So then what is that? And is that an external thing? It's not coming from me, it's coming from something else. So then, how do I get rid of that? And that's the question, huh? It's interesting. But I think the more I give myself time to work on my own stuff, I think that's gonna help. Because my guess is it's probably everything I'm consuming at the moment. I'm doing a lot of consuming, is probably setting up like a comparison thing, and like it's coming from a place of desire, of wanting to do something and achieve something, but it's comparing where I am at now, as opposed to being like, let's do something about it, you know? But we're gonna get there. I really believe it. And I'm interested to see where I'm at next week. But I have a feeling I'll be in a good place next week, because I'll have, my period will be done or ending, so I'll have a clearer head and I'll feel more motivation to do things. So it might be in a good spot. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, I had another thought and I forgot what it was. I don't know. That's okay. Yeah. It was interesting. Yesterday I was in such a weird mood because I was like, I could feel myself like just like ready to cry. I was like, I need to cry to something. But then I think after having that thought about being, of like working on skills and improving things, it's like cleared up the desire to cry. That's good. I'm sure I will at some point anyway. It always happens. Yeah, I've been recommended The Pitt, which at first I wasn't really interested in because I'm not really interested in like all of the doctor hospital shows. I've done my Grey's Anatomy, and I'm like, that's all I needed to watch. And I haven't kept up with that. I don't know if I ever will. But hearing the premise of what The Pit is, of that it's one day and each episode is an hour of that day, is really fascinating to me. So I'm gonna give that a go. And that'll help me cry too. Is what I've been told. So I'll give it a go because I think the premise is really interesting, and I've heard good things. So we will try that. It's just finding the time. And I've seen there's a new K-drama being released on Netflix that I'm like, oh, maybe I can get into another one, or I can rewatch Can This Love Be Translated, because that was also really, really good. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I feel like my TV watching habits are really different right now. It's like I am watching a lot of TV, but I'm not watching it the way I used to, where I used to like catch up on things. Like I'm behind on so many things, and I'm not watching like TV. I'm watching a reality TV show, and I'm watching YouTube videos of people playing games, and that's all I've been doing, which is fine. But I'm like, I want to keep watching my Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to watch my Haikyuu dumpster battle film, which I haven't watched yet, and like all these other anime I have saved. Like there's so many things. I want to get into the more K dramas, and yeah, I just haven't. Haven't been able to at the moment, and that's okay though. I don't need to put pressure on myself about watching TV. I think that's fine. But I am trying to crochet a little tapestry thing to cover the windows for my front door. But I haven't been motivated because the tapestry crocheting, I'm just tired of doing tapestry crochet, I'll be honest. It gets really tiring having to count constantly and making sure it looks good, and it's tiring. And it's a really big project too, which feels intimidating. But I think if I just do like a few rows a day, we'll get there. And I do feel the desire to crochet right now. So maybe we'll get some done today. Maybe. Definitely this weekend. I'm feeling the desire to crochet this weekend. I want to get back into drawing a bit. I'm like sad that I haven't drawn as much, but like we'll be okay. I have this like drawing and painting idea that I want to make. I thought it'd be fun I forgot where I got this from. It was from Ray's new album that she released. There's a song called Winter Woman, and I was like picturing like what a winter woman like would look like aesthetically. And then I was like, what if I made like a little self-portrait of my face and then divided that into quarters, and each corner was a different season? I think that would look so cool. So that's what I want to do that. I think that'd be fun, and it'd be a challenge to learn how to draw my face. Don't know what style it's going to be, but then it'll be fun to paint it and like be creative with the seasons, and I could picture kind of what that will look like. So it's fun and exciting. So I'd like to prioritize time for that, but I'm prioritizing a lot of things this weekend, so we'll see what we get done. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Oh, and the sun is coming out, so that feels really nice. Thank goodness. And we got 30 seconds left, but yeah, 34 minutes. We're really getting there. I feel like this is gonna fly by, even though each episode is getting longer. It's gonna fly by when we get to like 40 and then 50, and then we're basically done. But I hope you have a nice week, and I'll see you next week. Sorry these aren't consistently being posted on the same day, but we're doing what we can right now, and that's okay. That is okay. But have a good week. I'll see you next time.